to the file system. And here we'll talk a little bit about the Kebnekaise file system. And if you haven't already created a subdirectory of the project storage, you will do that. And we'll also try to create a directory through the Open On Demand desktop. So there are, as I mentioned earlier, several types of storage at HPC2N, and I will here look at 3 of them. Just one moment, I want to see what. We have project storage and your home directory and the Scratch. And of those, the project storage is the one you should use for batch jobs. The home directory you can use, but it's not big enough, so you should normally not. You can run in Scratch, but again, you need to make sure that the data you have there is copied before you end the job, because node-based Scratch is only available during the job run. The only one of those that is backed up is your home directory. That is why it says no backup in the project storage path, to remind you of this. Accessible by the batch system, that is yes for all of them. And performance is high on project storage and home directory. It's the same file system, whereas Scratch has maybe medium performance. Default reliability is for the project storage is the group you're in, and for the other it's owner. Permissions management is done with chmod, change group, and ACLs. Though on the node you cannot really do anything because it's not accessible except for the batch job. So your batch job is able to access it and nothing else. So the home directory, that is also pointed to by the $home variable, has 25 gigabyte quota and is backed up regularly. So that's where you could put things that like configurations that you need to be backed up, but that isn't taking up a lot of space. And to find the path to your home directory, you can either do pwd just after logging in, or you can do cd and then does pwd, because cd is always going when nothing else is going to return you to your home directory. And it would be /home/ first letter of your username / your username. This is from the old login node that was called BAN001. The new one is named BCN1613. Project storage, that's where the project's members have most of their storage. You apply it in super. It shouldn't say as a storage project. It should say as part of the project proposal. So this part here I should have removed. I missed that. That's where you should keep your data, and you should run your batch jobs from. It offers high performance when accessed from the nodes, and it's suitable for storage that you access from your parallel jobs, since your home directory has too little space. And it's located below /project /no backup in a directory name that you would select during the creation of the proposal if you are applying for a project. And if you didn't, then the PI would have chosen a directory name. And it's always in this path here for the name you picked. Since it's shared between all users, you should always create a subdirectory for your own things so you don't get everything mixed together. And as mentioned several times before, /proj/no backup/spring courses is where we have our storage. You should go there and you should create a directory for yourself. And I can see that many of you have already done so. It's good. Those of you who haven't, go and do that. If you're inside ThinLink, you should get a terminal by clicking Applications, System Tools, and Mate Terminal. If you haven't already done so, go create this directory. If you haven't downloaded the exercises, do so. The easiest is to clone all of it, but you can also simply copy this file here to your directory and then untar it. If you clone it, you get a directory called intro course. If you just untar the tarball, you just get one called exercises. And otherwise, you should also try creating a subdirectory with open on demand. And I think I will just go and do that. And I logged out apparently. So under files and Spring courses, go to your directory. And then let's create a new directory there. My directory. So you get one here. And you could go into it and upload files if you wanted to. And that's what we did here. So the size of the storage depends on your location. And this line again is not correct, but how much storage you have depends on how much you were allocated and asked for in the proposal. Note that the quota is for all the users in the project, not just for one of them. There is no per user quota. It is a total quota for all of the members of this project. And you can simply write quota to see how much space is used. So use the project storage, don't use Scratch in general when you are running things on the compute nodes. But there is a directory called Scratch. It's a local area that is split between users using the node. So if you are several that are sharing a node when you are computing something, and that happens regularly, that you are sharing a node, then each of you will have part of the Scratch directory where the computations are done. But it's just used for temporary files. It's not something you need to do anything with unless you want to. And in that case, you need to make sure you copy it out before the job ends, because anything that is in that space will disappear when the job ends. And also, there is space in Scratch on the login node. Some people will use it for extracting files, for instance, or compiling larger things. Don't put anything there you want to keep, because if there is too little space, we will remove oldest and largest files without notices on that, but only on Scratch. There will be more information about this, as well as the archiving and compressing of files on our documentation about file systems. And there, for instance, it's explained how you can compress and archive your files if you need them, but want them to take up less space for a while. For instance, if you're just saving them to do something with later. So, key points: when you log into Kebnekaise, you end in your home directory. Your home directory is in /home/first letter of username/username, and is pointed to by the environment variable $home. Your project storage is located in /project/no-backup/ the name you or your PI picked for the storage directory. Here it's project no backup spring courses. It's not backed up. You can also access a file tree from the Open On Demand desktop. And batch jobs should be run from your project storage.